Oh my! What? Yo, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's true. It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. What is up, fellas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How we doing? It's been a minute. Had the holiday last weekend, couldn't quite get around to finding the old laptop and headset, but we got some basketball to talk about because things are happening in the NBA. We're going to talk about KD moving into the top 10 all-time scoring. Derozan's got some trade preferences. Cuban, no longer the majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks. We'll play a little buy or sell, give you our top 10. Relax. Top 5 in the NBA right here, right now. And of course, you know how we end the show. We choose love or we choose violence. But first, Joseph, your Phoenix Suns Kevin Durant just moved into just moved into the top 10 scorers of all time, passing Malone. Your reaction?
That people who hate KD because he made the softest move in NBA history, that we didn't and we missed out and didn't appreciate KD. At least a lot of people didn't appreciate the skill that KD brings every night when he's on that court. When he's healthy and when he plays, he gives you excellent basketball every single night. And people took that away from him and didn't give him his respect that he deserved because he went to the Golden State Warriors. And now that he's with the Phoenix Suns and you're going to see him towards the end of his career make all these accolades, I think people are going to sit back and say, damn, I really should have appreciated what KD was bringing instead of trashing him this whole time.
All right. I mean, yeah, he's caught a lot of flack since he
deserves some of it, but man.
Oh, he did, but it should never turn into he sucks or he's not good or any the reason why everyone hated the move was because of how great he was.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
Yeah, we should not lose that perspective. I'm with you, Joe. Devion, what's your reaction? KD, top 10.
Yeah, I expected. I thought he'd do it faster, but I don't know. Ain't nothing really too crazy about it. It's just KD. He's just what we think about him. And by the time he get done, hopefully he cracks the top 5. I'll be happy. Now that'd be something I'll be looking forward to. But I'm just like Joe said. I'm just cool with him being with a team now where you can actually enjoy his play and then actually score some points. Because I was one of the people that you talking about with Golden State. I was one of those people.
Yeah, you were. We all were. It's not good, bro. We all were.
A bum move, but so I don't know. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Like, hopefully by the time he retired, like his accolades catches up and it kind of outweighs that Warriors BS that he did, which I think it will.
I think the one thing that will ultimately kind of get people past it is if he does end up winning one in Phoenix or somewhere not Golden State. I think it's always going to be a little bit of this thing if his only rings come from the Golden State era. Now,
yeah,
be clear, very valid rings. Like, they didn't cheat, nothing like that. They won them fair and square. It's just, when we talk about his greatness, top 10 scoring, amazing. Kind of like you were saying, Devion. I think by his third year in the NBA, we kind of knew this was going to be happening at some point. Joe, you had mentioned, I think, before we went live, but surprised it didn't happen faster. That's how amazing he is at scoring the basketball. So top 10 is not surprising. Top 5 would be awesome. And not that this is not awesome. It's just his greatness is so great that it's okay, of course he's a top 10 scorer. But let me put it to you like this, Joe. You can start. Is he? I know by number of points, whatever. He probably won't catch LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
But is he the best scorer ever?
No, ever? Nah, no. Maybe he's the best shooter we've seen at 7 foot, and the way what he can do at his height. But no, I don't think he's the best scorer ever. I can't put him in that but he does make it look easy. I mean, if you want to say mid range, I don't even think I can be him the best mid range shooter. He's excellent. He's a lethal shooter. He's a sniper for sure. But I don't think he's the greatest sniper. He's not the greatest scorer we've ever seen. He up there, but he's not the greatest. No.
Who you think is?
What about you?
I was just curious. Who you think is?
LeBron.
So you think it's LeBron and him, or just LeBron and whoever?
You gotta put MJ in there. Kobe. Then I'll probably put Bird up there. Yeah, KD top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we know
that.
Yeah, right? I don't know if he's top 5. That's tough.
Devion, what about you, man? Best scorer ever or no?
Nah. No, not at all. But I think he's like, if I'm going off based on like, I guess our generation, he's probably like top 3 or 4. Like, and I like that since we've seen.
Mm.
You know, I don't know.
Who'd be your number 1?
That I seen probably gonna be Kobe, because I take into account that anytime you get on the court, how scared are people to like.
That's fair.
Like, how dangerous do you think they are? Like at the end of the game, like KD is dangerous, but we know you got to play on 1-on-1. But like if that was Kobe with the same thing, they still gonna try to double or triple team, and he go shoot over you, make it or miss. He go shoot over there, and that type of thing when you step on as an offensive player is something a lot of people just don't think about. So he can score a lot, and he's 7 foot tall. It's just if he had a little bit more of like a killer mentality to me, like if really, I ain't gonna lie, if he had his Twitter mentality, was on the court,
yeah, that'd be great.
He'd be the coldest score we ever seen in our life. I ain't gonna lie, but
his Twitter mentality.
I'm gonna be real, but he top 5 in my lifetime for sure.
Oh my god,
yeah.
That was good, Devion. That's the type of commentary I expect to get from Joseph.
Hey, that was real, dude.
We see some great. We see some great scorers though, dog, in our generation, man.
Melo, people forget about Melo.
I'm saying there's some 6 men of the year that you could probably put up there and argue. Low key, like Jamal Crawford. Come on, bro. You telling me Jamal? Come on, bro.
There's levels.
Offensively, he's dangerous. But it's
said score.
Come on, bro. Yeah, score. He is.
I'm gonna put it to you. This is how I'm gonna break it down. I agree. I would not put him as like the best scorer all time because I think kind of what you guys have both alluded to is mentality is part of it. I am also not somebody that cares. Like, for example, I don't care that Shaq did all of his damage right around the rim. Still a top tier scorer of all time because if you can't stop it. Why would I do a bunch of different things? Like that's why I hate when people get on Giannis. When people get on Giannis about like, oh, he's got no bag or he's got like
stop him.
He still averages 30. So like I don't really care how you get the points. So I think to me the best scorer ever is still Kareem to me.
That's fair.
Unstoppable. You couldn't stop it. It doesn't matter. I'm not mad at LeBron. I think for me like the mentality there is kind of why I wouldn't give it to LeBron because LeBron does not look to score, so I can't really say I would say he's the best scorer ever. He's the best.
Doesn't look to score, but leads the
right. But again, that's a longevity thing. That's more of a longevity
scoring,
thing
bro.
to me. No, he is. Again, I'm like,
what's he average? What's his career points per year? What does he average per year?
I mean, it's got to be around
27.
Like
but he don't miss games either. Like that's something like it's a blessing. He don't miss games. So it's.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying he's like
not
in the conversation.
I would say it's not like he's just been averaging 22, 23 points his whole career. More than 25.
I think Jordan was a better scorer.
My point, Joe, is if LeBron wanted to, he could have passed this a long time ago.
I agree. Exactly.
If he had that mentality.
I just had to put LeBron's name in there because people act like LeBron's not a scorer.
If he wanted to be a scorer, he could lead the league in scoring. He could have done that 5-6 times if
he's
he wanted.
efficient,
But he
so
wanted to
or not.
win.
He's just efficient,
right?
So
So
he don't gotta take as many shots, and he's still gonna make them. So there's
I
better
think
shot
that-
making.
back to KD though, because this is his kind of moment to shine. I think he's probably top 3 to me though, like scorers of all time. I think he's probably top 3 to me. Kareem's definitely up there. I would personally take KD over Kobe just in terms of scoring. I would obviously take Kobe Bryant, the player, over Kevin Durant, but I think just scoring wise, because I don't necessarily agree, Devion, that he doesn't quite have the mentality to be a scorer. I mean, that he has led the league several times scoring. Like, I mean, I think he's got that in him. And what I like about KD is nothing ever looks forced while still putting up 30 points a game.
That's for sure. It makes it look easy.
You know, when Kobe was doing it, there's a good chunk, about 20% that looked real forced. So he still made it, right? But there's a good chunk that looked forced. It didn't quite look as easy to me, which is why his efficiency not as good as KD's, which is why I would lean.
KD's 7'9". Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If Kobe was 7 foot, it'll look easy as fuck too. But but I can't knock a guy giving.
You can't take it away from him. He
can't
got
take
it.
away
He
from him.
used it.
He got it. You right.
But all right, this is an overly positive KD segment.
You don't got MJ on your top 3 like score.
No, he'd be the other one.
He has to be.
He really is.
I was saying Kareem, KD, and
right.
Michael are probably my 3. I would probably slightly take KD again because of the ease and the efficiency and KD playing real defenders and versus whatever Jordan played in the 90s. But hey, he got hit really hard every once in a while, so I guess that means something.
Facts.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I gotta say one of my favorite things now has become like I feel like it's like monthly that Gilbert Arenas just starts taking strays at like the 90s defenders and the whole argument. Oh man, Gilbert Arenas.
He was like, they scored 29 points in the first quarter.
And someone else, I think
only one person scored besides Michael Jordan. Like only one other person scored in the first quarter. That shit would never happen in 2023, bro. Ain't no way. That shit wild. That's funny.
Love that man, Gilbert Arenas, hilarious. But okay, let's move on to some of the kind of earliest trade stuff that we've talked about. The Bulls seem like the obvious candidate for selling some pieces and trying to kind of rebuild. And they got some pieces that I think a lot of contenders would want. So one of probably the biggest name is DeMar DeRozan, and he has come out and said if he gets traded, he'd prefer the Heat or the Knicks. I'm kind of getting tired of everyone mentioning the Heat as like one of their preferred teams.
Yeah, of course.
Relax, but Joe, what's your response to this? What's your kind of reaction?
Nothing. It don't matter where you go. You're not gonna push any team closer to the championship by getting DeMar DeRozan. If he goes to the Heat, to me,
I'm gonna throw something back to you at the end of this, Joe. But keep going.
All right, because I mean, if you get DeRozan with the Heat, it don't make sense because he's similar to Jimmy Butler. That's mid-range shooters type stuff. So that's not gonna work out. The Knicks, who cares? You get DeMar DeRozan. You got DeMar DeRozan, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle. Ooh, that scares me in the East. Like, no, DeMar DeRozan. I would
imagine RJ Barrett's probably the piece that goes to Chicago.
Exactly. Probably.
If that trade happens.
No.
So if you'd have to say though, like DeMar DeRozan is an upgrade over RJ Barrett at this stage of their careers.
But but I'd rather have DeMar DeRozan 3-4 years ago than DeMar DeRozan now. Like, it don't really mean nothing to me. Like, there's no splash. There's zero splash whatsoever we got a chance now to make a run in the East. No, you don't. Like, it's just
People don't appreciate him.
Everybody should. I agree. He good, but I think everybody should be going out there looking for Zach LaVine more than DeRozan.
Yeah, he's younger.
Oh wow, we're gonna have to make a whole other follow-up topic because I couldn't disagree more with that. Oh my god. But Devion, what's your reaction to the DeRozan piece?
I don't like he want to go to the Knicks. Like, I'm trying to see, like, I'm for real. Like, you ain't gonna win no games going to the fucking Knicks. Like, if you want to
business,
you know what I'm saying? It gotta be like business. So, like, if it's like a business move where you want to go and get more notoriety, going to the Big Apple makes sense. But like, if you want to win, I guess that might be his thing. Miami's his chance to, if he wants to win, have a high chance of winning. Miami, if you want to go for business, he going to the Knicks. That's the only thing I can see. But Miami with him, so look, if it was another team, I'd probably say it wouldn't work, but it's fucking Miami. They find ways to make it work. Like, we talked about Oladipo for a whole year. He played 7 games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just throw him in there.
You do Vic like that.
He only got you know what I'm saying? DeMar can go and score 12 points and just put a little bit more pressure on your defense. And then now everybody long on the team. So it's, you just, I don't know. It might be a good fit for him. I don't think that should be his number one option to go. But if that's where he want to go, I'm cool with it too. I like the Heat, so I ain't gonna really bitch about it.
You want my reaction to this one?
Yeah, I know you probably don't like it.
Have fun in New York.
Yeah, I know you don't like
DeMar.
Right, yeah, exactly. Get out of here.
Have fun up there, buddy. Not needed down here.
You should go to the Bucks.
Not needed down here.
Trade Middleton for him.
Fine.
I'm just saying,
that would be great.
I would rather that.
Yes,
Like,
I would take that. Absolutely.
I think if the Bulls would take an aging player like that, I think that'd be a fantastic move for the Bucks. I think that'd be great.
They gotta move on anyway. They got
Levine. Levine's not gonna stay.
Vucevic is gone.
They about to rebuild again.
They would probably value picks. And
Lonzo gonna be gone if he can even play.
So here's my thing from like the Heat perspective on getting DeMar. There would have to be, due to the salary cap structures, the Heat would have to provide salary fillers in there. There's 2 people on the Heat that they would have to include, one of 2 at least, that they would have to include to get DeMar DeRozan. Kyle Lowry or Duncan Robinson. Fuck no to either one of those. And I'm not even a big Kyle Lowry fan, but who's going to play point guard for the Heat?
Kyle Lowry's the Hall of Famer on his team now. Look at him. Want the Hall of Famer on his team now. Talk shit 2 years ago about some fucking Kyle Lowry. Now you want his big booty ass.
I mean, if they're gonna include Kobe White in the deal, then fine. But
that would be nice.
Drew Smith can't be the Heat starting point guard. It can't.
You got a rookie. What about the rookie?
Jaime Jaquez is a small forward.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is like 6'9".
Bro, he played a lot of points.
He can handle the ball. He can handle the ball. Don't get me wrong.
I watched a lot of UCLA games. That man played point a lot in college. That boy can play.
I'm bringing Jaime up later, but
he can play point. I'm just saying.
Second best player in the draft from this current draft, easily. All these other teams fucked up. All the other teams fucked up.
I don't know. The Thompson twins look good, bro.
They're not doing what Jaime Jaquez is doing.
I'll give you that, but he's in the Heat culture, so it's a bit expedited.
Mexican Jimmy.
Wow.
That's what everyone was already kind of like, oh, they kind of play similar. And now that I'm seeing it in person, I get it. I'm with it. I co-sign it. Mexican Jimmy. Let's move on.
Y'all are worse than Chicago Bulls fans. I remember when Devin Levine, not Devin, what's that dude's name? Valentine from Michigan State got drafted. Them motherfuckers compared him to Michael Jordan. I swear to God, I never forget that. They were saying he was going to be.
If there's a fan base that I know would do that, absolutely.
The Bulls, crazy as hell. That man played like 2 years with them. Is he even in the league?
He played 2 years in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's not even
out of
there. Oh, that's great.
Let's move on to the more sports business side of this, though. Mark Cuban bought the team for a couple $100 million, sold it for a couple billion. Incredible deal for him. A lot of money. He sold his majority stake in the Mavs. He still has some shares and is going to retain basketball operations control.
That's wild. That's wild.
It's a crazy, crazy, crazy thing.
That's like, I'm gonna sell my house, but I can still live in it. Like,
okay,
right, cool.
But yeah, Joe. I mean, what's your thoughts on this? Cuban's been a pretty, famous owner or governor, whatever they're called in the NBA. Back when he was a little younger, he was getting thrown out of games from being like heckling the referees in the stands and all that. Like, wild time. But what's your kind of reaction to him seemingly taking a smaller role with the Mavs and the NBA?
The NBA better watch out. Mark Cuban knows something that they don't know. He sees that all these money that these players are making, and then he's looking at ahead and looking at the next TV deal and realizing that people are going more to streaming and not going to cable networks. So they're going to say that streaming and that money from the TV revenue is going to dip, and a lot of teams are going to be in trouble because they're going to have all these high salaries and they're not going to be able to afford it because that TV revenue not going to be the same. I think Mark Cuban trying to get out before things get bad. I ain't saying the NBA is going to go down and the NBA is going to struggle, but this may have been the best time for him to sell and say, hey, the next couple of years, teams gonna be mad trying to figure out, oh man, we done gave this man the super max. How are we gonna handle this? Like the Phoenix Suns, they're gonna be handicapped. They're gonna be strapped in the next couple of years. And I think Mark Cuban realizes that, and that's why he really did this.
Interesting. Devion?
I don't know. That's why, Joe, that's interesting. Because I showed them understand, like, wow, maybe I'm like, he's trying to do some new ventures. Maybe he's trying to start a new company. He just don't have enough time. But maybe he sees something.
He's out of Shark Tank too, so maybe he's just pulling out everything. Maybe
he pulled out of Shark Tank too, and then but this deal was like close to like $4 billion or something like that. Some shit like that.
2.5.
There you go. So I don't know. I don't know. I agree, Joe. I think it's he thinks something's about to happen or it's gonna be a shift somewhere, because that's what he did with his original when he became a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Sold it,
and then all this shit crashed.
Yep. The Yahoo thing, it was streaming platform. Yahoo didn't know how to do it. He got his money, put it other places, and just kept buying and selling companies. And then he said he'll buy it back. And then 20 years later, fucking streaming became everything. You get what I'm saying? So I think, I don't know, maybe he's just trying to get some money and then still get some type of stake in it and then put in the future or something. So that's like the only thing I could see, because like, why would you get that up? You only bought the team for like $300 million. You know what I'm saying?
Quite the return. The return. 300 million to 2.5 billion, and he still has more that he can sell later.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So here's my read on it, Joe. I don't think he's seeing doom and gloom in the NBA.
I didn't say doom and gloom. I didn't say doom and gloom.
I don't think he sees a dip. I don't think he sees anything really wrong with the NBA. I think he sees an even bigger opportunity that he cannot pursue if he has a majority stake in an NBA franchise. I think that's sports betting. I think we're going to see Mark Cuban.
That's it. Yep.
I think Mark Cuban's going to throw his way in there. You know, Mark Cuban is all about the dollar sign, and I think he's going to do that. The only other thing I can think of is he wants to make a fucking run at presidency. That's the only other thing I can think of. He's removing all of his major business stakes and all that. I think he's probably going to give up basketball control. He's going to be kind of commander in chief, but nonetheless, I mean, yes, number one by far to me is I think he wants to get into sports betting and see how that's all trending, and I hope he does, because I think he would be awesome. He would move that space in a very positive direction, but also one that has safeguards in place to where it's not going to ruin people's lives, which is definitely something you need to have in the gambling industry.
You rather have Mark Cuban's face on there instead of Dave Portnoy. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Not like
pretty
not
easy.
like Barstool Boys.
Yeah, pretty easy decision. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, Joe, I want
Barstool. You gotta give them credit though. They the ones who they started the hype train, and people really jumped on the betting when they kind of were pushing it. Then it just came.
They did. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're bad.
I'm just saying they're racist
or anything.
Most of them.
But, yeah.
I like some of the people.
They just don't give a fuck. They just say what they want to say. Like, he's like, I ain't gonna say that they racist, but
yeah,
I will. I'll say it. They racist.
Say Dave
when you put enough,
I'll say Dave is racist. Dave is definitely racist. I've heard him say shit.
Dave is about every word that ends in "ist." Dave is about all of them.
No, for sure.
Like racist, sexist, like all.
I'm just going off of his words.
All of them.
Yeah, off of his shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't exactly hide it. But I mean, when you have a company that's run by a bunch of former frat boys, I mean,
surprise.
Yeah, uncultured. Hey. That's all I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you have this culture of where they do not have to filter them. Yeah, it's gonna be a fuck up. But I meant to get to it before we hop to this, but Joe, I want to go back to this because you said you would prefer to have Levine. So best Bulls trade piece. I want you to expand on that, Joe. Talk to me.
It depends on what team you need. It depends on what team you have. Like, I think of the Orlando Magic, who look great this year. They got a young team. They long, but they don't have a scorer. I think that's perfect. I think you need a Zach LaVine in that situation. If your team needs somebody who can just come in and worry about shooting and scoring and attacking the basket, I think any team out there who needs that should do it. And the Orlando Magic is the first thing that comes to my mind because they got a great defense this year, but their offense is terrible. You throw them in there. I'm not saying they're a huge threat in the East, but now they're making some more noise. They may be the Sacramento Kings from last year. So I'm just saying, you got to look at your situation. I think Zach LaVine is very helpful for teams who don't have a lot of scoring compared to, DeMar DeRozan. I think DeMar DeRozan helps if you got a nucleus like we talked about earlier with like the Milwaukee Bucks, or I was going to say the Clippers, but that shit won't make sense either. I just think you need some older group of guys where he can just jump right in. And I just feel like DeMar DeRozan going into a young situation won't work, or the Miami Heat, it just don't make sense. He needs to go somewhere. Zach LaVine can plug into a situation, I think, a little bit easier than DeMar DeRozan.
Okay. Devion?
I'd rather have LaVine too, but it just depends. If I'm like one piece or close to winning the championship, I want to go with DeMar. But if I'm thinking about the longevity of my team and I get the most years, get scoring, sell, merchandise and things, I want Zach LaVine. That's the only way I can pretty much categorize him. But because DeMar is in a win now situation. So
I feel like LaVine's got to be entering that, though. I mean, this is what, year 10 or 11 for him?
He's like 2 or 3 years off of it, but by the time we stop talking about him, DeMar is going to be unheard of, or he might be out the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'll take the extra 3 years from LaVine. But it's not like,
man, I don't know. We must see Zach LaVine very differently because Zach LaVine is in the Harden category for me. I think he is nothing but highlights and empty calories. I don't
Absolutely.
think
I agree with that. That's why it depends on where you put him.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't disagreeing with that.
My point is,
right.
If you're trying to win, like your Orlando Magic situation, I don't think he's going to help contribute to winning. Like, I don't think he's going to buy
DeMar
in.
would.
Yeah, DeMar would.
I definitely do that. Zach LaVine's definitely a locker room cancer. He all about himself for sure.
Yeah, selling tickets.
I mean, you can already tell like there's something real weird going on
to the
Bulls
Wizards
right now.
Fuck it, send him to the Wizards.
Perfect place for him to go.
Fuck it.
Perfect. He can teach Jordan Poole the ropes.
He go there.
Here's how you make these highlights without ending up on Shaqtin' the Fool. So maybe we don't want him to go there because I swear to God, Jordan Poole makes a play every week that just beautiful. Like I don't know if y'all saw when he crossed up. I think it was Cade Cunningham. He goes like flying out the picture, and he's got the jump shot right there to take. Boom, no, step through, underhand lay for Jalen Duran to just swat into the fucking stands. Like, it was so beautiful. It was, oh my God, the Wizards are a fucking game right there. Wizards, Pistons, most hilarious game.
Oh God, that had to be awful. Yeah, that's terrible. Who watched that?
Most hilarious. I did.
Who watched that?
I absolutely.
I ain't watching the whole game. Tell you that. But look, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely watch them play. I watch them play.
You gotta watch that condensed game.
Before I get too sidetracked, let me get back. I think the person I think is honestly the best trade piece, and again, I get what you're saying. It's all contextual and like how much do you need to put you up the top. Alex Caruso to me.
Facts.
Send me Alex Caruso right now.
You know what? Fuck it, Lakers. D'Angelo Russell for Alex Caruso. I'll take that shit.
We should have never got rid of Caruso.
I know. I'll take that shit right now. D'Lo for Caruso. I'll take that shit right now.
Yeah, and everybody in the NBA would.
Bulls get a scorer and somebody they can sell tickets about, and we get our defender back.
Yeah, like Caruso is a person that help you win the championship. Like for real.
I love people take Vucevic too, low key.
I like really good.
Then Anthony Davis wouldn't have to play center, and maybe he won't be such a bitch.
Well,
we dreaming, Joe.
I know
get all that, but if we can get Caruso and Vu, oh my God, yeah, we favorites again. Because Anthony Davis just be a power forward. He gonna fuck everybody up. But all right, we done being a fan. We done being a fan.
Let's move on. Let's move on to buy or sell. Joe, you brought this team up. I'm glad you did because they sit second in the East. The Orlando Magic are second in the East right now at 14-5. Are you buying or are you selling? The Magic are contenders. Joe Davis.
I told you they was one of my favorite teams to watch this year, but I'm selling it. Like their offense is not there. I don't care if you're top 3 in defensive efficiency, you 27th in offense, you ain't getting it done. I'm sorry. It's nice in the regular season, but when you get to a series, it ain't happening. It's fun right now. We'll see what happens when you get to the All-Star break. People start wearing down, and you got to make shots to win games. You ain't going to be able to win games because you can't make shots. I don't care if the score is 97-83. Like, you're cool. It's the 90s, but y'all not scoring. So that's why I think they need to make they need to get a piece if they need a scorer out there, if they really want to be a contender in the East. If they really about it, they need a scorer, and they need to make a trade because they got a lot of young pieces that they can move on from.
Joe, you know what would have been really interesting, obviously looking in retrospect, what if Orlando would have got in on the Dame sweepstakes? Trade some of those younger pieces to get a Damian Lillard.
But then it'd just be Dame and Portland. I guess with better defense.
Right. I feel like a team that fits him a lot better. I mean, because think about it, if you drop Dame in there with his firepower offensively and he clearly does not give a fuck about defense, because good God, that Bucks team is – I don't care what their record says. They do not look very good.
Nope.
But you drop his offense on that team, and a lot of those clutch minutes, that would be kind of crazy. But back to the original question, Devion, buy or sell? Magic are contenders. Mind you, we're about 25%.
I'm not buying. Yeah. Now, for real, you get one team every year in the NBA that we pay attention to. Last year was the Kings. This year is going to be the Magic. So it's like, all right, we can see the potential, and then it leads to conversations that was just had. Well, if we sell some of these young players to get like a Dame Lillard, so we get some notoriety and do that. Nah, man, Wagner's your number 1 scorer. Panchero's number 2. They average like 20 and like 19 or some shit around there. It's too much. It's cool. Like, you go win games and it's fun to watch. Like, you know, we said some young players that play hard. We can see the potential in them, but then by the time now I got to worry about if they're gonna be gassed out, which I think they will by the time the end of the season. I think they're gonna have no more like firepower because they don't really truly know how to pace themselves. And then when you get to the playoffs, I don't think it's a hard team to figure out to beat in a playoff situation. No, I don't think it's that hard to figure out how to beat them. So with that alone, I can't consider them a contender. Fun to watch, though.
I'm gonna put it like this: as currently constructed, I would have to sell. As currently constructed. But let me throw a couple caveats at you. One, trade deadline, they make a move just for shooters. It doesn't have to be a superstar. It doesn't have to be a Zach LaVine level, but they make a move for just some pure shooters. I think that does wonders for that team. Second caveat. How much do you count on Jimmy Butler averaging in the regular season?
Like 20 points.
20,
something like that.
21, yeah.
The reason why I will buy, if this was stocks, I'm not going all in. I'm not, putting all my money in on this Magic stock, but I'm getting some shares. I'm getting some shares on the off chance that Paulo Banchero's got another level he can tap into when it's playoff time.
He can't shoot. He can't shoot.
Neither can Jimmy Butler. But
he got a dog in him, so that'll offset itself.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. It ain't Heat culture. It's Disney culture. I got you. Okay.
But he got you. But he got that dog in him. That particular player, I'll give you that.
He do got dog in him. They are.
I feel like when I see Paulo Banchero play, I'm just like, God, there's something I just really like about him. And I like the way he plays. I don't think he forces a lot. But I just really feel like he's got something that he can tap into when it's clutch time. And if he has that extra level to tap into, completely different ball game with that team. Because like you guys have both said, they're going to be in damn near every game with how well they play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like that team, those guards, they harassed the hell out of players. I don't like Markelle Fultz. Everyone's had their fun with him and like the fucked up shot and the jitters and whatever. But if y'all watch them and
Hey.
watch how he put like the effort he puts in defensively,
Dude, cool.
he might not be first overall pick
Yeah.
worthy, but that's a damn good basketball player.
Yeah.
And that's a player I would love to have on my team. Team I'm rooting for. So
You just see a
I'm saying,
lot
I
of
want
good
like a little
players in
shares.
big
I'm not.
market. Yeah.
If I have to choose buy or sell currently constructed, I'm selling. But I see a window there. I see an opportunity there. I guess
Chero, he can come to a big. You can see him in a big market team. Like once he's like a. To me, I'm not gonna say they play the same, but it's just like the same thing. We like with KG. Loves him with the Timberwolves, but it's like wait till he gets to a big market, won a ship. I think he's the same type of player.
I think that's a pretty good comparison. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I like dude though. I hope you're right. I hope in the playoffs they turn it up and upset somebody. I love it.
Be nice.
I would love it. That'd be
Nothing be funnier is if there's like a first round matchup of like Celtics Magic and the Magic take out the Celtics. That'd be amazing.
That would be. Oh man.
I'm not gonna care about watching basketball for the rest of the season. I won. That was my championship. Yeah, I hate the Celtics.
All right, let's go to a dynasty that doesn't quite look like it's gonna die, but maybe it is dying. So my question to you is: buy or sell the Warriors? They're done. Reign is over.
Yeah.
Got the last little chip a couple years ago. Joe, you buying or you selling?
I'm selling it. I mean, Bob Myers left for a reason. I'm selling it, and I mean the way they looked without Draymond being there was just so bad. And now
Draymond, are you selling? Buying would be saying they are done.
Oh, okay, yes. I see what you're saying. Yes, they done. I'm buying it. They done. I'm buying that shit. They done. They so done, bro.
Say cashing the ticket.
Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt. I mean, Draymond Green getting text for little tiny stuff now. It's gonna be a long season for them. Klay Thompson getting frustrated. I mean, Klay's supposed to be the chill, relaxed, cool guy. This man snapping on people. It's not looking good over there, man.
Joe.
And Chris Paul ain't helping me.
I'm telling you right now, Joe, you suck at something you used to be good at for 3 straight years. You're gonna start getting a little pissed yourself.
I get it. But still, man, it's not good. It's not looking good for them, bro. And just Chris Paul and Draymond Green at some point gonna come to a head still. That shit gonna get real ugly. Like, I ain't saying they gonna miss the playoffs, because I just can't imagine Steph not making the playoffs, but they just don't look right. Just like last year, they didn't look right. The chemistry not there. They're not good. I think it's finally we can all say that Steve Kerr and Golden State Warriors do not know how to work with young players and how to make them better when they get to the NBA. Because we haven't seen it.
That's a really good point, Joe. That's a really good point. Devian,
that's why I have to sell it. I mean, buy it at the done.
Thank you, Joe. That was like I've been gave up on him. I'm not gonna lie. I just think I'm for real. It's just me. Like
it's just Steph. If Steph just showed like this much of a decline, I feel like everybody would be out on him. But Steph just has this thing. He can still tap into that fucking like legend shit, and that's the only thing that keeps him relevant.
I get it. Look, Kobe fan. Until Kobe retire, you can always count on the Lakers. Well, we weren't winning shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you good for so long, and then Klay. First of all, I thought, and this is my personal opinion. Once the decline of Klay
defensively
happened,
it's over.
It was it, because that was very like Draymond. It's only a matter of time. You love Draymond, but you put up with his shit when you winning. You're not winning, now you just fucking annoying. Steph, you go love Steph, but now Klay, you get frustrated. You've been, like you said, you've been good your whole life. You just cannot get that extra step no more, and now you just pissed off because you suck now. And then you got Chris Paul right here that ain't fuck is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? A player with a name like that, you bring him on. Mm-hmm. Now you got 4 old niggas on the motherfucking court now. And then you don't got nothing. You got all these young players like Kuminga and all them. Like, these should be dogs. Like, I'm talking about dogs. You had a whole bunch of cold young players, and now you hanging up on that. They gonna be a has-been dynasty. And this year, I can't wait. They get to the playoffs, get their ass out first round. Next year, we'll be back next year. Next year comes again, first round, exit again. We can body bag this shit. So, yeah, this shit for real, it's big. When they won that last ring, that was shocking to me. I I didn't see that happening. I'm like,
Yeah, it
how the
wouldn't
fuck
shock
did
me.
they allow that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, how do other teams like give up and you just?
I mean, they did have an easy route to the final.
You get what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck does that happen? You know what I'm saying? That last ring, I'm like, all right, y'all got that one. I don't know. Maybe that's the one you made up when Kawhi took that shit from y'all. Maybe that's the one you make up for it. Like for real,
The basketball god said, "Okay, fine."
yeah, here, we'll get us back to. But
So when do I get mine?
over.
When do I get
For
mine
what?
for the one that
I
LeBron fucking
don't
gave
know.
away?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
He brought it to the Lakers.
I
He brought
convinced
Man, you
myself
hear
that
me?
the bubble championship that was about to all make it right. LeBron was about to be like, all right, look, I know I hold y'all to one. Here you go, have your bubble championship. He couldn't even fucking do that. He had to go fucking like cold LeBron and fucking dominate. Jimmy putting up 40-point triple doubles. That was the only way you could get 2 fucking games. I digress. I'm selling this. They're not done. They're not done. I am much less confident in that than previous years. But here's my thing, and I think you guys might co-sign at least my logic for at least what they need to try to salvage this season. I said it when they made the trade. Chris Paul should not go to the bench. Klay Thompson should go to the fucking bench. Klay is not Klay anymore. Stop hoping on that star that Game 6 Klay is going to be this same guy again. It's done. Klay is done. Yeah. Bring Chris Paul on. Chris Paul knows how to fucking win. Chris Paul knows how to win. Chris Paul ain't going to just jack up 18 shots a game and brick 12 of them. Like, he's going to get other people involved. And I think, you want to know another person I want to go to the bench? Some Andrew fucking Wiggins.
Please,
and I would trade his ass by the deadline.
Yes,
I would trade his ass at the deadline. That ship has sailed. He had his nice little moment that year they won their championship. Good job. He got mentally tough for fucking like half of a season. Helped him win a championship. Now he's back to Timberwolves. He's back to Timberwolves. Andrew Wiggins. Get rid of him. Get a couple pieces. Bring Moses Moody into the starting lineup. That's the only player besides Draymond on that team that plays with some fucking grit. Bring him into the starting lineup. Him, Chris Paul, Steph, Draymond, whichever center they want to go with.
Still losing.
Looney, whatever.
You got a better chance of winning. I'll give you that.
That's your best shot.
Yeah.
Let Chris Paul cook. Steph's gonna be Steph. Get these other non-serious players off the team. And again, like I don't want to be too harsh on Wiggins because I know we still don't know what it was, but whatever happened last year, it sounds like it was awful, like personally, and might be a valid reason as to why he can't really focus on basketball.
People got shit going on every day and they go to work, bro. He fine. Fuck that. That man got millions.
No. All I'm saying is like I'm not gonna like try and kill his character. I'm just saying if that is really that serious, that's fine.
Right.
You don't need to be on the Warriors then, because like they're right here. Steph's got a couple years left, probably.
You act like Roy Hibbert. Fuck this bitch or something, bro. Let it go.
Want
to be the first time? I'm just.
It probably is. Somebody probably did fuck his girl. That's probably what.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is the downfall of the Warriors to me so far is that they keep trying to hold on to prior soft spots, warm spots in the heart. That's all cute and shit.
They should hire Mark Jackson as a
right
consultant just for a couple weeks.
Get some prayer going. They need it.
They need something. Yeah. Hey, but he prayed on Steph's ankle, and Steph ain't had an ankle injury since. Maybe.
Hey, Joe, I do want to give props to Joe. I want to give props to what you said earlier, though. Their lack of ability to develop young players, though, is killing them. It took their window from being like this, and it took it to here.
Mm-hmm.
If they could develop
solely on that same core, if they could develop the James Wisemans, the Moody's,
right now,
the Kumingas, they would be front runners.
Kuminga should have been a dog. There's no way you could.
He should be mini Draymond. He should be mini Draymond.
Come on, they should be contenders right now, but they.
I'm telling you right now, though. I really like Moses Moody. I still really believe in Moses Moody. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I like him.
They need to give him some fucking playing time. Bring CP in. Put Klay and Wiggins in a bench role. Less minutes. Maybe they can maximize a smaller amount of minutes. That's what I'm rolling with.
if they ain't willing
selling
to,
for now. I'm selling
if
for
they
now.
ain't
But they got
willing-
me close to buying.
they ain't go bench Clay. They already brought that up. He was like, "Would you bench you? If you bench Clay, you might as well trade him." I think that's what's gonna be to a
I
point. You
mean,
might as
that's
well
fine to
trade.
me. I
But
don't think they'll
he-
actually trade him because of
Yeah.
everything he means to that franchise. But
But
hey.
he do need to go to the
Hey.
bench. I'll give you that. He
Devion,
need to be a bench player.
if Dwayne Wade can take a bench role,
You got it.
some Klay Thompson can.
Yeah.
No, you right, bro. I'm not. Look, you absolutely right. It's just
Look, all I ever
Will
hear
they
is
do
the Warrior in terms of teams that got
Yeah.
like this outstanding culture and blah 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 blah. Right? The Heat are always mentioned, but the next team that people always want to open their fucking mouth and talk about is the goddamn Warriors. Prove it. Because all I've seen is one era of players be successful.
And they weren't even your players.
If you really have that culture, then Clay will take that role.
Yeah, they don't
Clay
got
will
that.
take that role.
It didn't work for Team USA. What you think is gonna work for them?
They got
You're
some
making me want to buy it. I'm not gonna lie, Joe. You keep getting like these little pain points for me, like make me kind of want to buy it.
Whoa.
But I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna sell it for now. But
We'll come back halfway
next
through the season.
yeah, we will. Okay, so here's a topic I want to bring up with you guys. So I was listening to, I don't know, it was like a week or so old, but JJ Redick's podcast. He had Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler on, and they started talking about rivalries are dead in the NBA. And their whole point was, it was prefaced by, we only have so many years left with LeBron, KD, Steph, like those like top tier superstars that really can like drive viewership and everything. And like, oh, we need rivalries. That would really help viewership. But they made the case that rivalries are dead in the NBA. I have so much to say on this topic. I don't know if we can fit it all into just like a little segment of our podcast. So I'm going to try and be concise when it becomes my turn. But Joe, I just want your overall reaction. Agree that rivalries are dead? That's the buy or sell part of it.
I'm buying it. I'm buying
okay.
it. Rivalries are dead. I mean, how often? I mean, it's nice when you see the Heat. The Bucks got to go through the Heat, but it ain't been consistent like year after year after year. Like, okay, it's like, oh, somebody's gonna have to face the Heat if they want to make it to the finals. It ain't the same team every time. It ain't that same feeling of when you saw, the Lakers are playing the Suns tonight. Kobe finna go off because he can't stand the Suns.
Joe, this is where I got to push back. This is the first thing that pissed me off, and I'm not saying the Bucks. The Heat and Celtics have been in 3 out of 4 Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but they haven't won anything. So I guess it's not.
I get that. I get that part.
I'm just saying, it's not.
I get that it's not Lakers. I get that it's not Lakers Celtics, right? Because that was something they brought up, was like, having that good like Western versus Eastern thing, like the Lakers and Celtics. But like that's such a unique thing. With more parity, you're never gonna get that. Like we got lucky with like LeBron being so fucking great, and then the Warriors being so fucking. We got to see that. But like in terms of like same conference, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
Even like when it was the Heat, when it was the Heat and the Celtics, when LeBron was there, I consider that a rivalry. I wouldn't consider when the Pacers was going against LeBron a rivalry. It was more like the Pacers trying to beat LeBron, or the Raptors was trying to beat LeBron. But when you had KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen going against,
because it was some back and forth. And my point is,
legendary players.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. The Heat won 2. The Celtics won.
Both of those teams won rings too. So.
Exactly. Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
So they had Hall of Fame players on there where you could say like, "Hey, these guys going at it." Like you could tell they don't like each other. Like Kevin Garnett was just on the Stephen A. Smith show, and he was talking about, no, that was real. Like we really hated each other. I don't think they had that no more. Most of these kids grew up playing AAU together and wanting to play.
I'm not buying that argument though, Joe. I'm not buying that argument.
I am.
Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley would hang out before their games all the fucking time.
Okay, I agree with you.
People act like
they didn't hang out and play on the same teams from 6 years old till fucking 18. That's what I'm saying. These people have known each other their whole life.
Any worse though? I'm just thinking like personally, right? Being at the gym, Devion, how we met. You and Zane,
I used to hate that name.
Playing basketball, and I fucking hated you when we played
basketball.
I hated him. We became boys, but I fucking hated you. Right? Like, so I feel like when you have like a close relationship with somebody, I feel like that makes you want to beat them worse, in my opinion.
It makes you want to beat them.
Maybe I'm just a fucked up individual that like hates my friends low key. I don't think so.
You want to beat them, but it don't create no.
I don't want to fuck you up.
I'm saying I would want to beat my friend more than I want to beat somebody I don't have a relationship with.
Yeah, but see, you beat Devion, you're gonna talk shit all day, and but
that's why I want
exactly.
I want to leave.
But it's just gonna make Devion mad to want to go beat you. It's not the same type of malice.
He's only gonna do it.
No, like
he's only gonna do it.
When KG lost to LeBron, I guarantee you that motherfucker was hurt for a couple days. That's a rivalry.
Probably a couple months
a year. That's a rivalry to be. Like just saying, oh, I get to talk shit for a little bit because I beat you in the gym and we still cool, we buddy. Nah, KG didn't talk to Ray Allen for years.
You don't think Jimmy Butler would be like that?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for a week.
Stop lying, bro.
I think if
there's one NBA player that would still be like that, it's fucking
I don't think so. Jimmy is a goofball, bro. Jimmy a clown. He don't give a fuck.
He is. Would you see what you see when lights come on and when it's game time? He don't fucking play that.
He be fine.
You don't play about that. Devion, what's your take on this? Are you buying or selling that rivalries are dead?
I don't know.
Well, that's what we don't.
I'm more so like buying than selling because it's.
We'll make a stance, pussy.
I guess I'll buy more than I sell it. It's like the Celtics and Miami are the closest things, but to me when I see I think like when rivalries, I guess if that's a technical, those are rivals, but I don't really count rivals unless people are actually winning shit. Like Celtics and the Lakers, great rivalry. They will fucking win a lot of rings. Boston and Miami, they were winning rings. Then the Boston Lakers got it again. San Antonio.
Okay, if you're gonna go that way, though, I can go. While the Heat and Celtics match up in 3 out of 4 Eastern Conference Finals, though each one of those playoff runs, the Heat and Bucks have made it. The Bucks got a ring out of it.
If you count I don't see the Bucks and Miami will be the closest one. That would be the only one like today that would be considered like an actual rivalry that can stick. And then the Bucks won something because once they actually made it, the Bucks actually really made it, really made it past them. They won the championship. That's the only one. Like now, you know what I'm saying? The rest of them, it's just like they want to create them, but they just not there yet. It's your favorite player against your other favorite player. So let's make that a rivalry. And it's not like you have to have a little bit of hatred.
There has to be some like intensity to it. And to me, now maybe it's because I am a fan. But
the only ones who have rivals
there is an animosity between both. There's really 3 teams I think the Heat have like legit rivalries with. Celtics, Bucks, obviously, but then also the Sixers, just because Jimmy came from Philly and like all that. Like, and to me, those are a lot of fun. Now, my whole pushback on this thing, and like I don't necessarily disagree in terms of like a national, like media national perspective. I think you guys are right. Like I think there's not like the sexy. There's not like a Yankees Red Sox nationally.
Yeah, that's all it is.
From a national perspective. My point would be, and why I got a little upset with those guys talking like their perspective on talking because they all work for ESPN. It's their fucking fault. They don't hype up, like every fucking like. Any other scenario, right? Like say in the NFL, right? Because the cities don't matter as much. Cincinnati, Kansas City, right? 2 smaller market cities, but they manufacture this rivalry between Mahomes and Burrow, Indian in New England, right? With Manning and Brady. They manufactured that. I'm just trying to figure out why they won't talk more about Boston, Miami, when it keeps happening over and over and over again. Like you said, Joe, you've got the LeBron era versus the, Paul Pierce Celtics, KG Celtics. Then you've got this new one of Jimmy Bam versus, Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But they just refuse to acknowledge the Heat is like a contemporary among those elite teams. And that's why
And they don't count. They don't consider Jimmy a superstar.
They don't have a
but-
superstar. That's
But
why.
if you want Tatum is they trying to make him the face of NBA.
I'm
so,
just
like,
saying, who's more accomplished in the
I would-
NBA, Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler?
I
would
agree
say
with
Jimmy
you.
Butler.
I'm just saying they don't
right.
consider him a superstar.
It's just
Right, and that's my point. My point is the rivalries
crazy,
themselves are not dead because, like, when I watch these teams play, I'll give you another example that's not Heat related. Suns Mavericks. Those two teams do not like each other. They genuinely do not like each other. Devin Booker, Luka Doncic don't like each other.
That's true. I'll
They
give you that.
won't
That's the
fucking
closest
hype
one.
it, though.
But
They
that's
won't hype it.
that's a player rivalry, not a team rivalry. I agree. They don't like each other. I give you that though.
But
that's
what I'm
saying.
saying. I can't even say that because when those teams play each other, that shit's intense.
That's fair.
Every single time.
Or Mavs Clippers too, low key. They should put that more.
That's another one. Those teams play each other. You know it's on.
It's
you know
fucking
it's
losers. That's what it is. I'm serious. Like all it takes is like Miami's the only one. That's why I said like you name who actually you can say actually have rivalries towards people or people who actually got a chance of winning ships. The rest of them is just like they not there. People ain't winning nothing. So it's like I hate playing against them. But at the end of the season, y'all still losers. Like who cares?
Here's my counterpoint to that. Back in the late 90s, what was one of the most hyped rivalries in the East?
Bulls Knicks.
Yeah, true.
What the fuck Knicks ever won? They're not worth shit.
No, it wasn't. But that's just New York. New York just does a great job.
That's my
of
point.
But
The media
the Bulls
chooses when the
media
media chooses when they get to hype a narrative and hype a rivalry.
You had Ewing who should have won and he blew the shot. It's just like it was chances on doing it. It's just not the.
I don't disagree.
Know.
All I'm saying is the media gets to pick and choose when they want to hype up certain matches. If they just would invest in just stop being lazy with their entire coverage being LeBron focused, Boston focused, and Giannis focused because he is on that level, that's their fault. That's not the NBA's fault. That's the media's fault.
Because Jokic should have created one with Jokic or somebody. I'll even give
him a break on Jokic
because Jokic
does not want to be in the limelight. He doesn't want to be in the limelight.
But that team is that good. You could have just made somebody.
Then you got
just made a headline.
The fact that last year in the finals, right? Because remember, just not that long ago, the Heat and the Nuggets had the scuffle, right? Where Jokic hit Morris in the back and everything, like a dirty shot, whatever. Like that was something they could have leaned into for the finals and just chose not to.
Yeah, I would have hyped
chose not to.
Up. Crazy, you heard me? I would have been writing about that every day. Every day.
The man missed half the season because of that. Yeah, you're right.
More than that. Like
they talking about it on podcasts now. Like for real, they talking about it on podcasts.
I just saw a clip of him talking about it like a few weeks ago.
The NBA knew about it. They warned his brother in the next game because it was
like
you know what I'm saying? Like, that is their fault. Because
so my whole thing, I'm selling that they're actually dead. Yeah. It's all media driven. Fuck the national media. They need more three into possibles out there. That's the conclusion of this story.
But all
right, our weekly element now though. Bring it back into control. Top 5 power rankings, fellas. Top 5. It's been 2 weeks since we've been on. I need to know your state of the NBA right fucking now because a lot has changed for me. I'll tell you that much right now. A lot has changed for me. Joe, what you got?
Shit. Let me see here. Okay. I'm gonna go from 1 to 5, I guess. Yeah, that's tough. I don't like the way the Celtics have looked the last 2 weeks, but man.
I don't like the way a lot of the top teams.
I don't like any of the way these top teams. Okay. I'm gonna put the 76ers number 1 because I like what Tyrese Maxey has been able to do. So Joel Embiid put up a freaking 40-point triple-double in 3 quarters. I'm gonna give them their respect. They look like a really good team after the James Harden thing. Like they didn't miss a beat and they've been successful. So I'll put the 76ers 1.
Only reason they've lost a couple or dropped a few here is Embiid being Embiid and
exactly. Second, I'm gonna put the Dallas Mavs. I mean, Luka been balling out. I like them a lot. That shooting hasn't failed yet. It's gonna fail, but right now I'm still putting them up there. Third, oh man, I'm gonna put the Phoenix Suns. I like the way the Phoenix Suns look. They haven't been healthy.
I'll tell you once that.
But I really like the way they look. Yes. And I like the role players they have. They actually play nitty and they gritty. They're gonna go out there and play hard. I mean, I really like them a lot, so I'll put them third. Fourth, I'm gonna put the Celtics. I'm gonna put the Celtics fourth. They haven't looked great, bro. I really, man. But they stack and they win games, but I don't trust them. They shoot way too many threes still. That offense looks the same. They don't have no interior defense or anybody that scares you on the inside. So they gonna scare. I ain't trusting them down the season, but right now you gotta give them their respect. And then I'm gonna put the Bucks fifth. Bro, that defense is bad though, but you got Giannis. I gotta respect that. You gotta respect Giannis. I'm gonna put them fifth. But damn, you gotta work on the defense because some games you just look awful. And 16 points ain't gonna cut it, bro. Like we need you to be. You can't be having these off nights.
Joe, Devion, let me ask y'all this question because y'all probably got a closer look than I did last year because he was on your team for the last half of the year. Malik Beasley, is he a low effort defensive guy or
no effort?
Is this like a Bucks thing where they some shit?
No, he don't play defense.
Devion, you got the same type of feeling towards him?
Yeah. It's just I like this guy, but it's just
you gotta get him going early, or he's just gonna only play one side.
Yeah, it's like you get him in my opinion, you get him in like spurts. You don't get him like you're not getting him for a whole season, or he gonna be good at like one thing the whole season. It's just like sprinkle here, sprinkle there, sprinkle there. Thanks. One good game, great game. Like I like him, but
Devion, what's your top five, bro?
My one, I like the Nuggets. So I'm looking at what they doing when you got players like DeAndre Jordan and all them people who can step up when you down. Man. That makes it hard. A person that we counted out 5 seasons ago, and they getting stuff like that, and it was supposed to be against a contending team.
The Flippers let him go 21-16.
Yeah, like this shit was crazy. And what's Jackson got what 35 or something like that? It makes it hard to beat a team like that. So I got them one. I do like I don't know why I'm saying this, but I do like the 76ers. Like with like Maxey and like Embiid were like he number one in scoring, but Maxey with that, it's just like they looking for the time. Like when they get that moment to shine, I just don't see them. This is the first time since like that. I believe in this Philadelphia dream and all that shit. The first year I actually believe in it.
You're finally trusting the process.
Don't do it.
First year, but it's all based on if Embiid is healthy, but if Maxey.
No, then you don't trust it.
No,
if Embiid's healthy, been the same.
I don't think Maxey's gonna get hurt. Like if it's a freak accident or something like that.
No,
I think
Embiid's gonna get hurt.
I don't know. Now with Maxey, I don't know. I just believe in. Maybe I believe in Maxey. That's it.
Bro, Joel Embiid been out with the cold for 2 games now.
Yeah, I believe in Maxey. So it's I'm gonna go with him. I like them. I guess Celtics is just I don't know. They suck, but it's just they suck, but you just can't count them out because it's just like you count them out. Then Brown might have a good game. Then fucking Tatum might be good, and now they look like the Celtics you picked. So it's just like I want them to suck, but they don't. They just don't suck. Even when they look bad, these bastards still winning games. Like I don't get it. So it's like can't count them out. The Bucks, I like the Bucks. Yeah, they defense suck. They need to. I like the Bucks, but I just don't. I think they need to trade Middleton and get him out of there for me to be. So I'm not as sold on them as I once was. It's just
I respect that.
Bad defense, and then it's just like Middleton is good, but he's not that Middleton that you exactly need to when they get to them tough games in the playoffs. Like y'all go score, but like y'all go give up as many points as y'all score. And whoever stops scoring first is gonna win the game. So but they got some real firepower. So I'm I still count them. And then I'm gonna go with the clip. I was just playing.
I was gonna say what?
Boy, I
I
was
just
about
playing.
to say.
You say,
just saying.
I thought we doing the bottom five.
No. It's just like, I like. Okay, well, so wrong. I still like the Suns. I just until the Suns just don't do it. I'm believing it until they just don't do it because it's just they really are too good and you got too much on there. And then when everybody is playing together, it's just like maybe it's gonna have to be like the Nets. It's gonna have to be some shit like that where all these we gotta hope that they play together. They never play together. Then I buy. That's it's gonna have to be like that for me. But because I want to give it to like Minnesota and like the Magic, like but I'm just like they good today, but I don't believe them in the end.
I'm gonna hold on to my Rudy hate forever, so I just can't.
I hate him.
I'm not buying the team.
I ain't never
do Minnesota.
But Ant them look at least Ant winning. That's
Top
what I'm
10
saying.
Ant.
At
Top
least
10
Ant
Ant.
winning.
Top
Yeah,
10.
so I'll take that. Baby Jordan, look, Jordan Jr.
All right. So I guess since we want to do 1 to 5 this week, that's fine. My number 1 is also going to be the Nuggets. I like the Nuggets a lot. They're showing me a lot with Jamal Murray being out. And they didn't really miss a beat. They even didn't have Jokic. Still smacked the little flippers around. Didn't matter. So I think I got them 1. They're really showing the one thing that I was worried about was their depth after potentially losing some people. I think we talked about like we thought they would fill that out, but now I'm seeing them kind of fill it out. So I got Nuggets 1. I really don't want to do this for 2, but I'm gonna put the Celtics.
No one wants to do it.
I'm gonna put the Celtics at 2. They do fucking keep winning.
They don't.
I'm with you. Like that, I don't trust them. They still don't look right to me. But like, no one really looks that solid to me right now in the NBA.
All right.
So I'll put them 2. I'll put Philly 3. Another one I don't really trust, but they deserve it. They've been slipping a little bit lately, but I'm just gonna trust that whenever this little cold that Joel's got, they'll bounce back and be solid. 4 and 5 are the things where I'm gonna probably shock you guys. 4, I'm going Pelicans. I'm all in now. Point Zion, that's a monster.
Oh yeah,
We'll see.
And I am loving what I'm seeing. The Pelicans are getting CJ back. Trey Murphy is back now.
Pelicans are good.
Back and playing good. I love what the Pelicans are doing. I'm with you, Devion, with the Suns. Like long haul, I'm there, but like I gotta see it at some point, and like I'm starting to lose faith that I'm ever gonna actually get to fucking see it. And I hate that our boy Brad Beal's on the squad, but like, when you gonna play? When you gonna play?
Back hurt,
like
bro.
that's. I know it is. I'm just saying, like that's why I'm worried. Because like that's a hard thing to fucking get right.
Michael Porter Jr. did it last year. He should be able to do it too.
It took Michael Porter Jr. like 3 fucking years to do it.
Yeah,
I don't got 3 years to do it.
I just want Brad to be
Michael
back.
Porter Jr. wears a sleeve on his leg that helps his back. It's like that bad. It's some weird shit. He has some weird technology that sleeve that he wears helps his back somehow. It's crazy. Like he can barely walk.
February, March.
So Devian, that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't put them there yet.
Fair.
Like I'm starting to lose.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad. I'm just
5th. Cry if you want to, Joe. All the way back. Heat Nation, number 5, baby. I love everything I see from the Heat this year. Jimmy is looking like Himmy in November and December. Oh, y'all are over with. Bam been balling. Hero hasn't played in damn near a month, and they're still hooping. Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been easily the steal of the draft. I mean, his averages for the year are like 12, 4, and 4. But if you look at the last, I don't know, we've played 20 games. The last 10 games, it's like 18, 6, and 6.
What's his
as a rookie?
Per 36.
Yeah.
I mean, his per 36 is crazy. I mean, he's already earned fourth quarter minutes from Spo. He's been playing like damn near the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, I've
every
been
game
looking a
now.
lot better. Y'all look a lot more.
Duncan being inserted in the starting lineup, like I've been saying for the last entire fucking year, like we mentioned earlier, opens everything up for everybody else.
About the Miami into the playoffs.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. I hope Jimmy ball out. I hope Jimmy hit me all season long. So then when he get tired in the playoffs and don't show it,
he ain't gonna be tired.
Finally stop talking.
He just took like 2 or 3 games.
You just gotta worry about them in the playoffs. Now it don't really matter. They just
don't mean nothing.
They just need to be 1 through 6.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like at this point last year they looked like some dog shit. Yeah. They already look like they kind of know what they're doing. It's only gonna get better, fellas. It's only gonna get better.
I tell you, we ain't getting better. So
well, they the only team that didn't make changes, so it shouldn't have been that hard for them to keep it going. I'm just saying, they didn't have to add no new additions or try to change nothing up.
We made all new additions, and we still.
They also are one of the only teams that have had their top 3 players all miss 5+ games so far. Still winning.
Y'all got like the same record as us? Like for real, and we
what's your record?
We look.
I actually don't know what
bad. No, we don't need to look at the record, bro.
It's like ours is like 11.
We're only half game different. Y'all 11-9. We're 11-8.
Yeah, like, but y'all winning looks so much better.
It does. It really does. They look comfortable, confident when they win. We be struggling.
Well, we win
the only reason why y'all feel like that is because of Anthony Davis.
Absolutely.
That's really the only reason. Yeah,
you can watch Anthony Davis on the freaking tip off. You'd be like, "Yep, tonight, not the night."
Y'all got 11 good Anthony Davis games and 9 games where you didn't get. And that's why y'all hate it.
Look at the calendar. If they playing the team that has a solid big man, Anthony Davis ain't showing up.
We over with. Yeah, facts.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. It's fact.
I hope y'all can get something figured out.
They don't even have to be a dominant offensive scorer. If they just strong and can body you, it's a wrap, bro.
Joe said it. Like, we got rid of our whole team to do this. We got to make Anthony Davis the power forward and get a decent center. That is our only hope. Because if he plays against Jokic, like the full game, we need like Vu or somebody. I know they keep talking about like Derozan and Zach LaVine. We really need like Vu and shift Anthony Davis back to the power forward. That's what we really need.
We need Dwight Howard.
Bro, I'll take Dwight Howard. Like real shit. Like I would take Dwight Howard. Bro, I would take that motherfucker right now. Because in the times when we gonna need him, he actually gonna be a big man.
Dwight Howard need to bring his homie with the blonde wig too, bro.
Man, bring that. I don't give a fuck. Give him what he need. Give him what he needs.
Hey, bro,
it's better than what we got. I'm serious, like, man, bro, we suck.
All right, we're gonna smoothly transition right from that, Joe. Good job there.
Yes, I got violence. I got violence.
Oh shit! Love violence, Joe. So just go.
You know. Your ancestors walked and crawled so you can run. Karl Malone walked so Josh Giddey could run. Allegedly. This man out here, I get it, he's 21 years old. You 21-year-old NBA player, damn near 7 foot tall, and you out here getting some 15-year-old pussy.
Damn near 7 foot
tall. You deserve.
I don't care.
I don't care how tall. If he taller than 6'5", the nigga's 7 foot to me. Okay. The fact is, he too damn tall to be getting some 15-year-old pussy when he got millions of dollars in the league. He play on TV almost every day. I was going hella vines at him. I don't even care if you knew her before you was 20 or before you was 21. As soon as you hit the NBA, you should have upgraded your pussy level. You're out here worse than Zion. Zion was a clown getting porn stars. You out here getting 15-year-old girls. What kind of
yeah, porn stars are way better than underage women.
It is for sure. So, and then I got all kind of violence to Stephen A. Smith and Malika Andrews. Stephen A. Smith gonna sit here on his show and talk about, you could get sued. It's called allegedly. Just throw allegedly in there. Y'all don't ever have problems talking about all the other shit players do. Malika Andrews don't ever have problems talking about players when it's alleged. But then when the shit don't come out and it's not, she still talk about it. So why can't we talk about it right now? Everybody's scared of Josh Giddey sleeping with a 15-year-old allegedly. That's all you gotta say. Why is people scared to talk about it? I don't understand. Talk about the shit.
So I'm gonna ask a question, Joe, because I've seen the Malika Andrews hate. Stephen A, I've just for a while now I've cast him to a different corner. I don't understand the Malika Andrews thing. So the only thing that I I've picked up is that she came out and said something with the whole Brandon Miller thing when he was at Alabama.
No, I'm not even talking about that. It's just ever since she's been on NBA, she'll always talk about somebody's past or what they've done. She's gonna talk about your track record. She's gonna bring it up. She's the host of NBA Today. If she wanted to bring it up, she could.
I just don't remember hearing I just never really remember hearing Malika Andrews say anything that is even close to.
Well, she doesn't go out personally, but she will spend 30 seconds on the show detailing a situation and then be like, "Okay, moving on." She hasn't even spoke about it. That's my thing. You can't hide behind the you can get sued. People get sued every day for everything. What do you mean? Shannon Sharp got sued by Brett Favre to see how that went. Like, come on, man. You can go out there and at least discuss it. Yeah, they waited for the police to come out and investigate it, and they still haven't said nothing. They need to speak on it.
I guess the reason why I'm confused
They
is
spent all that time last year talking about Ja Morant, who didn't break not one law. Josh Giddey.
I'm there with that.
With
all the shit with Ja Morant is wild to me.
That's my thing.
I guess the only reason why, because I feel like I consume most of my NBA Today content through Twitter because I'm always working when they're on, and I know I've seen Malika Andrews at least retweet or something with regards to the Josh Giddey situation. So I guess I don't know the full context on.
Yeah, but they definitely on the show whenever there's something they'll spend at least 30 seconds describing what happened and then just move on. She ain't said a word.
And so they're not even covering the topic.
No, nothing, not a thing. I heard her say one thing.
That's because that makes a little more sense because I was watching something and I don't remember what it was. It might have been like a McAfee clip where he asked somebody to get to the bottom of this Giddey situation. It was kind of like as the interview was ending or whatever.
Yeah, don't touch it. Yeah.
Well, no, it was more no, I'm not going to let you deflect away from it. And just
okay.
Kind of call you out.
And they shouldn't touch on it until he actually did it or not, because
they do it for everybody else.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about
Deshaun Watson for 2 years.
I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying they should never talk about that shit unless
I agree.
You get slapped with being a pedophile.
But they open that
not one, bro. That fuck your career up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're right. They did it. They do it. Everybody else, shit. Why stop there? Fucked up part about it, but.
And it just happens to be a white guy. So then, now we can throw that in there. Now you got a whole nother situation that people are going to be mad about.
I don't know. I feel like Deshaun Watson, his stuff, it took a year after whenever he allegedly did what he did to come out. Because I saw a lot of people talking about Brandon Miller, and I feel like the facts of that case are not really up for debate. It's more should he be blamed for it? Because he wasn't the guy that pulled the trigger. But he brought the gun, right? It's okay, so how much blame do you lay on him? Whereas I feel like the difference here is, I guess they're claiming that they don't know the facts of this. But if she's 15, she's 15, and is in
the only thing
clearly there's pictures of them together. It's I don't really understand why we have to wait.
His family came out and said that he got conned. That's the only thing I've heard.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
His family came out. Yeah, he didn't know she was 15. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Bro. She looked 15, bro. I seen the Snapchat.
I wouldn't have said nothing about it.
They shouldn't have said nothing. They shouldn't have said nothing. Because now you sound guilty. Now you sound guilty.
No, you just admitted to guilt. Just said you fucked a 15-year-old.
But
I didn't know she was 15. I mean, you just said
there's no way in hell a 15-year-old starts talking to you don't know that they're fucking 15 because they're fucking 15.
Facts.
Well, it don't matter if you don't know if they are. Don't you got enough money to have people look into that shit? You got a lot to lose at this point.
Fuck that. If you did meet her at the club,
first of all, why are you at an 18
girl there?
Why are you at an 18 and up club?
Exactly. Because he was probably 20. Because he's just 21.
You're an NBA.
You're an NBA player, bro. Go to
anywhere you want to. You hear me? It don't matter what.
True.
Well, he a fucking goo. He deserves this is a eye opener for him.
I have no sympathy for shit like this.
I don't. Shit, they did that to Ja. Fuck him too. I'm just being real. Ja didn't even get in trouble for nothing. And he put himself in the position to be
what Josh Giddey's doing is worse. Yeah, he put himself in that.
He put himself in that position. And this is what you put yourself in a position to be a pedophile. Like John Moran just thought he was John Wick.
Not to be.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly is.
It say allegedly, and then when it come, I'm not. Well, if it come out, I'm stamping him. Shit, R. Kelly won.
Yep.
Yeah, he made great music, and he a pedophile. It don't matter. Ain't nobody escaping that.
I'm not gonna necessarily throw him on the R. Kelly levels because I don't think
Yeah.
he was raising a cult. But I'm with
If
you.
you fuck a child, you're
Oh,
all
yeah.
the same.
They're all the same.
You're all the same bucket of
That's
hell.
the worst
of the worst.
You're on the same bucket of hell, right?
When
there.
you go to jail, they look for you.
Yeah, that's worse than a murder, a serial killer. Of any time you do shit with kids, you are the worst type of person ever.
Can we throw some love out there?
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm bringing hate.
I got some love too, since we just did all the hate. Shout out to the prisoners that shanked Derek Chauvin on Black Friday. That shit funny as fuck. That shit funny as fuck to me, bro. Y'all waiting for Black Friday to shank his ass? That's great.
Oh, man.
I don't condone violence, but that was great. That's
Serena Possible does not condone violence. Joe's views are Joe's views.
That shit funny, bro.
God,
on Black Friday, bro. That's great.
Oh man! All right,
Devion Savas, what you got?
I ain't gonna
say
say
love and violence. You got violence.
I got violence. Yeah, I'm about to hate on the Knicks. I just don't understand, like, why the fuck people want to keep playing for them? Like, why do people keep requesting trades to go to them? Like, they not good. They've won in this. Like, nobody we know in our age group. We got older brothers and sisters. The only time somebody's ever even known who can speak really about a fucking Knicks championship are our grandparents if they're alive. So why the fuck do you want to keep going to these weak ass like Knicks? Like, New York is a great place. Don't get me wrong. I love New York. I just think they sports suck. Specifically the Knicks. They suck. And you go there, you just go ruin your career. You go there and, like, we didn't learn with Amari and Carmelo. And we didn't learn, like, with this, like, with them, like, come on, man. Like, they ended careers, man. Like, Carmelo had to go fight to be in the NBA after that. Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on. I just don't get it, man. Like, I hate them. Like, I'm about to get a. Let me get right, because we're gonna start talking. It's gonna be like gang shit. I don't like. Yeah, I just want to get the Knicks and just whack them out. Just like get a shirt and just cross their ass out. Like, I just don't like them. Like, what the fuck do they? Free Jalen.
Free Brunson.
Yeah, keep Randall there. Like, he deserves to be a Knick.
Exact. Thank you. He
plays like a fucking Knick.
Yes,
like,
he does.
He earned that one.
That's good.
But
I like that.
God damn, fuck them. I'm done, man. I don't want to talk about that. They're gonna make me mad. Like,
all right. I'll end the show with some love. I'm showing love to the Portland Trailblazers. I just love all the decisions they make. Great franchise.
Feeling this sarcasm is nice.
You said
I'm saying, they had an opportunity. They had an opportunity to, to still get rid of Dame. They could have the second best player from this draft class on their team, but they don't. So shout out to them. Glad he's still a Heatle. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Averaging more points, assists, and rebounds than Scoot Henderson. A+ pick there, Portland. Also could have had Tyler Hero. Also could have had Tyler Hero averaging 23 points per game this season. But hey, good job. You got Malcolm Brogdon and his 15 points a game. Fantastic. Still can't play defense anymore. So another A+ decision there. Robert Williams, Greg Oden. Don't really know the difference between the two, but great decision. Great building block for.
Greg Oden could at least help out offensively. But I got you.
I'm just saying they both never play.
I know. I got what you're saying.
They're both anchors of your defense that never play. So another A+.
Andrew Bynum.
Throw them all in there. And Andrew Williams,
Damn.
Robert Bynum, Robert Oden.
Damn.
Just Love that for you guys, Portland. Can't wait for y'all to suck for the next 15 years because y'all are just a dumpster fire organization. So I love that for you. And you know what?
They are.
As I see Dame Lillard with the Bucks, as of right now, it's making me feel less and less bad that he ain't a Heatle. I ain't gonna lie.
Portland is the new Bobcats.
I can deal with somebody that's not good defensively, but not trying defensively is a different thing. And you might be on something, Devion.
Hey, I was a Bobcats fan.
I was too.
Oh God,
they was fun. They was fun back in the day.
Oh,
fun,
man.
Talking about
garbage.
Like, free LaMelo, bro. Free LaMelo.
Nah, he
man balling. He sucked. Have you not seen his last week?
Shot chucker.
I don't care if you still he's going 35, 37 points.
We'll take it.
And losing by 20.
Yeah, it's because he's playing for the fucking Hornets. Who the second best player on that team?
He's just chucking. That's all I'm saying.
Is that Mikal
Hey, y'all can have him though. Y'all can have him though.
The pregnant
Miles
woman.
Bridges.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, another.
I'll take
woman.
anybody.
Sorry, Miles Bridges. Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's 3 to possible. We're almost at an hour and a half.